أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم. Inshallah, we will start a new surah today. Surah Al-Mumtahanah. So, both pronunciation are correct. Mumtahana and Mumtahina. But the famous one is Mumtahana. Al-Ashhar, the famous one and the most raij one is Mumtahana, not Mumtahina. And I will tell you what is the difference between the two. Okay, so this surah has 13 verses, 2 paragraphs. The order in this Mashaf is 60. The order of revelation is 91. You see, it's late Madani surah. 91. Surah means a chapter of the Qur'an. And Madaniya means the surah was revealed after Hijrah. Samajh gaye? Madaniya don't say revealed in Medina. The definition of Madani is what? After Hijrah. Revealed after Hijrah. Jagte raho, theek hai? Okay, Madaniya. So, what this surah mean? That the ladies who migrated from Makkah to Medina, right? From Makkah to Medina. So the Treaty of Hudaybiyah said that if a person become Muslim, so the Muslim will not take him. You know, this was in the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, apparently in support of the kuffar. A person, he become Muslim and he want to join Makkah, he not going to be allowed. So there were so many ladies who want to join the Muslim community in Medina. So the Prophet said it is not applicable on the women. The women can come and they can join us. So with those women, they migrated from Makkah to Medina. How will you know they are Muslim or not? Some of them might be spies also. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, you take a brief examination from them. Not like great detail. Just tell them, you believe in how many gods, you believe in all the prophets, you believe in the last book. A few screening kind of questions. And that is called imtihan, to take a test from them. Okay? So the word mumtahina or mumtahana is from imtihan, which means taking an examination, a test. Now, in Arabic, remember, one is the ism fa'il. Ism fa'il means the one who did the action. And one is ism maf'ul, on whom the action occurred. So remember, the key is right here in the name. The key is in the name. You don't have to worry about it. Like for example, the one who do the sajda, to put it in fa'il, so it will be what? Sajid. And the one to whom sajda is done will be who? Maf'ul, masjud. You see? So you keep on doing like that. Huh? Okay? Akilun, ma'akulun, raki'un, marku'un, nasirun, mansurun. Ismi fa'il and ismi maf'ul. So this is one pattern. So this is not only the only pattern of ismi fa'il and ismi maf'ul. There are more also. Like for example, one will be Muslimun and the other will be Muslamun. There is another pattern. Ismi fa'il and ismi maf'ul. Remember, don't confine only to sajid and masjud. Muslim, Muslim. So from bab ifti'al, it will be imtahana yamtahinu imtihanan fahuwa mumtahinun. So mumtahin means the one who take the exam. And mumtahan will be the one who is examined. Mumtahin and mumtahan. Examiner and examined. Mumtahin and mumtahan. And you make it female. So the female mumtahin will be what? Mumtahinatun. And the female examined will be mumtahanatun. Right? Mumtahin, mumtahan. Mumtahinatun, mumtahanatun. Now, as I told you before, that the surah name should be Mumtahanah. Why? Mumtahanah means what is it? Examined woman. Because they came and they were examined. Mumtahanah. And if you say the surah is Mumtahina, then it means the examining surah. The surah, so in case of Mumtahina, you refer the word to the surah which does the examination, because the screening questions are in the surah. And in case of Mumtahana, it means that woman who came and she was examined. So you see, which one is more matching? Mumtahana, okay? Mumtahana. So now, this first ayah is revealed about a Sahabi whose name was Hatib ibn Abi Balta'a radiyallahu anhu. He was Badri Sahabi, Jalilul Qadr Sahabi. His name was Hatib ibn Abi Balta'a. And he was Yemeni Nasal. He was from Yemen. So when the Muslims, they migrated from Mecca to Medina, so the Quraysh were doing persecution and all kind of atrocities on their relatives who were Muslim, but they could not migrate because of some reason. They were sick or they were handicapped or something. Or they were keeping Iman in their heart, but they could not express it. So their relatives were in Mecca. But everyone had family ties in Mecca. So the family ties was helping them. Okay, so the Meccan people could not harm their relatives too much because they were all cousins, they were all brothers. One brother was here, one brother was there, one cousin was here, one cousin. This Yemeni Sahaba has no relative in Mecca. So the family who remained in Mecca, they were all alone. So what happened, that in Madani life after Badr and close to the conquest of Mecca, which means in the late years after Badr, when the treaty of Hudaybiyah was broken by the kuffar of Mecca, so the Prophet wanted to go and conquer Mecca. But he wanted to keep it as a top secret, that no bloodshed, and all of a sudden, the maximum number of the Sahaba, they go and they ambush Mecca, and then the Meccan people, they surrender all of a sudden, without bloodshed. This is what the Prophet wanted. So he wanted to keep the plan of going to Mecca top secret. So in those days, before the conquest of Mecca, a lady who was a singer, her name was Sarah, she visited from Mecca to Medina. And she came, and Sarah told the people of Mecca, the Muslim people, Sahaba, that you are my source of income. I used to sing in front of you. So what you did? Some of them you killed in Mecca, in Badr. Some of them you made prisoners in Badr. And some of them you brought to Medina. There is no more fun in Mecca anymore. There is no music festival there, and I don't have any income. I'm poor, right? So the Sahaba, the Prophet ﷺ told the Sahaba that give her some cash and give her some clothing and some gifts and let her go back to help her, assist her. And the Prophet said, let her go back to Mecca. While she was going to Mecca, Sarah, Hatib ibn Abi Balta'a said that my relatives in Mecca, they are under oppression and persecution. I want to give a favor to the mushrikeen of Mecca so that they can be nice to my family. And he was 100% sincere Sahabi, Badri, and he said that if I release the secret of the Prophet, that the Prophet is going to attack you, and you get ready, so they will be very much obliged, thankful to me, and it will save my family. As far as the Prophet risk, it is minimal because the Prophet is going to win anyway. So there will be no harm to the Prophet, but at least my family will be. This was his logic, the logic of Hatib ibn Abi Balta. So he wrote a letter to the kuffar of Makkah that the Prophet is planning to attack you and get ready. And he gave that letter to Sarah. So Sarah left Medina. On the way to Makkah, Jibreel alayhi salam came. and told the Prophet, this is what is happening right now. Okay? So the Prophet ﷺ appointed Ali radiallahu anhu and Marsad radiallahu anhu and one other Sahabi to go, and this lady, and Jibreel ﷺ told her the place. Also there is a valley called Khakh, that in the valley of Khakh, the lady is there right now, go and get the letter from her before it is released to the people of Makkah. So Ali radiallahu anhu came, he said, give the letter. I don't have letter. Okay, look in the hair, no letter. In the pocket, no letter. So they say, look, do you have a letter? There is no doubt about it, because we got the news from the sky. So it is better. So when she was so much force in her izar, she had hidden the letter and she gave it to the Ali radiallahu anhu, which has that information. So they brought the letter to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet called Hatib ibn Abi Balta'a. Why you did that? So he say, I 100% swear that I am a Muslim. I am not munafiq. But this is the logic that, as I told you, that you're going to win anyway. You have the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My family is suffering there in Makkah. So that is why I did that. So now what is the next story? You all know that. Umar radiallahu anhu, he brought the sword and he said, let me cut the neck of this munafiq. And the Prophet said, he is Badri and he is Muslim. How can you touch him, Umar? So then Umar radiallahu anhu withdraw, and he was regretful for his action. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this ayah because for Hatib ibn Abi Balta'a. We will read it tomorrow. But look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, just to give you, complete the story, Allah said, O believer, do not take my enemy and your enemy as your awliya. Okay? You are offering to them love, and they have denied what has come to you, the true thing. They are the one who expelled Rasul and you. Why? Because you just believe in Allah to punish you. If you have come to Medina as a true mujahid and as a true muhajir, and only for the sake of Allah, then you should not do things like that. You are hiddenly extending them love, and Allah say, I know what you are hiding and what you are disclosing. The one who did this, he deviated. So this came for Hatib ibn Abi Balta'a. We will do it tomorrow, inshallah. Right? Okay, wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.